bring back is that majority of them here, 9 of them, possibly they were Jews, because that's what Jesus said, that this foreigner, apart from that, this is the only foreigner, he came. Majority of them were found unthankful once they received their prosperity through blessing. But this leper, who was healed, is extreme in his expression of thanks. When was the last time we showed gratitude for God's blessings? Let me give another point. When this Samaritan came back, it also signifies he met Jesus. It signifies a brief glimpse of fellowship. He came to Jesus to celebrate his blessing, to thank him, prostrate to him. So it signifies importance of fellowship in church, to give thanks to God. Most percentage of people in Christian dominated countries seldom have fellowship in church. In fact, most of them would go to church maybe 1, 2 or 3 times. One Christmas, one Easter, and third could be wedding. In our parts of the world, for the teen and youth, the buzzword is, I am spiritual, I'm not religious. So it has different meaning, but so it's like I don't need to go anywhere. I can do whatever I want. It's me, myself, mine. But this Samaritan displays the glimpse of fellowship to the Christ to celebrate his blessings. Martin Luther once said, the essence of worship is the one leper who returned to give thanks. Very strong word. So what this section from this passage gives us? Jesus' action in our lives calls for our joyful gratitude and fellowship. Now, I want to give one more aspect from the same words, but I want to stress upon another point on it. Luke, again 17:15, I want to read it. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back and with a loud voice glorified God. Did the leper come to Jesus and said, Jesus, thank you? Or, Jesus, thank you? Did he say that? The importance of loud voice is signified here. He did it in public. Point number 1, it pleases God. If Mark 5:19, it says, Jesus did not let him. Here, him is a demon-possessed person who got healed by Jesus, and he wanted to come with Jesus. But what did Jesus say? Go home to your family and tell them how much Lord has done for you and how he has had mercy on you. Jesus warned, what has been done, go and spread it across. But in this scenario, in this context where we are talking, when the Samaritan come back, he is pleased with the Samaritan, but he is clearly displeased with the other 9. So, when you give it with a loud voice, when you share it in public, it pleases God. Point number 2, if we noticed here, God gave grace to all. All got healed. But when one person came back, he made him whole. In some version of Bible, it says he was saved. Healing is one thing, salvation is another thing. So, in the passage, if I read 19, and he said to him, arise, go thy way, thy faith had made thee whole. Whereas in other version it says, faith has made him saved. God blesses humanity in general way, but only the responsive who appreciate what he has done will receive his full blessing. And the acceptance of that Jesus done it, give him salvation. And that's what this Samaritan did. Jesus commends his gratitude in public and assures him that the appreciation of faith has expressed has made him whole. Point number 3. In doing this act, what did Samaritan do is that there were others around. They heard the testimony of what God has done. Signifies importance of sharing. When you share something, when you got good things, you share, it's a lot of implications on that, and it's very important. It inspires, gives hopes in telling what God has done. It means reflecting to others our gratitude for God's blessing. Psalms 105 says, "Give thanks to Lord, call on his name, make known among the nations what he has done." As a man walked a desolate beach one cold grey morning, he began to see another figure far in the distance. Slowly the two approached each other, and he could make out a local boy who kept leaning down, picking up something and throwing it out into the water. Time and again he hurled things into the ocean. As the distance between them continued to narrow, the man could see that the boy was picking up starfish that had been washed upon the beach, and one at a time was throwing them back into water. Puzzled, the man approached the boy and asked what he was doing. He says, "I'm throwing these starfishes back into the ocean. You see, it's a low tide right now, and all of these starfishes have been washed up onto the shore. If I don't throw them back into the sea, they will die up here from the lack of oxygen through water. But there are thousands of them on this beach," the man replied. "You can't possibly get all of them. There are just too many. And this same thing is probably happening on other beaches all up and down this coast. What difference it would make?" The local boy smiled